NHL Nightly with your host, the sports, a.k.a. Peter Lebowski, a.k.a. Jeremiah Maxwell. And with him, as always, maybe Pearlo, Wisdom, and Rico and Barry.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to NHL Nightly. I'm your host, the sports beer, Jeremiah Maxwell. Congratulations to the San Jose Sharks. With me, as always, maybe Mr. Pearlo, Wisdom, Steve Duncan, one of the best handicappers out there. Thank you, Daniel Barry. Happy Tuesday to you. Check out Daniel Barry's sports highlights page, too, by the way. He's always in here, just shouting. Salty, what's up? Pearlo, how you doing, man? What's up? How's your day going? We got overtime, man. Overtime edition playoffs.
Yeah.
About freaking time.
Yeah, I think we'll see a lot more of that down the stretch here. It's a very even. This is a much more even contest for most of the series now, so I think we'll see a lot more overtime. But it's nice to get it now. Everybody loves overtime in the playoffs.
Hey, I'll tell you too, Pearlo. I have to tell you, living on, you live in Mountain Time. I live on Alaska time. It's 6 o'clock. Overtime don't bother me none, man. I could go to 6 overtimes and it's still only going to be like 10 o'clock here. So.
Well, it's 8 o'clock here and the sun is shining. So
yep, we got the sun out. I have 6 more hours or 4.5 hours of daylight left here in Alaska. So super excited about the overtime. For U.S. viewers, I think they're going to switch to ESPN2 or ESPN News. I haven't gotten the word yet on what's going to happen. Let me mute what's going to happen, because right now they have we're 13 minutes into the Dallas Stars. Oh, here he is going to say right now. Okay, what are you doing here? What are you gonna do? You're just gonna not let people watch this game, ESPN? Is that the plan, or?
Yeah, no, I you can't even watch the overtime here. I was going to mention that on Sportsnet they're showing the Colorado Dallas game. I can't find it. Oh, here we go. I got it.
No, I got it. For U.S. viewers, it's ESPNU. On Colorado Dallas is on ESPNU for U.S. viewers. What do you got for Canada? Oh, and Dallas just scored. To go up 1-0.
Okay.
Dallas is up 1-0.
I've got Dallas on the puck line first period, so that's good.
I would have taken Dallas in this game altogether just because they came off a really hard-fought 7-game series with the Stanley Cup champs, and the Avalanche have been kicking back, drinking Mai Tais, man. So,
I got Dallas full game on this one. I got Avalanche in this series, though.
I think the rest helps you long term, but I mean it was
short
very
term
evident.
Exactly. Short term is not good. Long term it is good.
Yeah. I'm guessing we're not going to have Rico. He's got all the guests in his house. I think it was kind of a hard get for him. So probably not going to have him tonight. As soon as I say that, he'll pop on. But I didn't hear from him, and I knew he had a bunch of people staying with his house, and things are going to get busy tomorrow. Probably no show. Just I got work stuff I got to do around here, and I've got an appointment, so I don't want to be rushing. So probably no show tomorrow, folks. Sorry. We'll definitely be back Thursday, maybe Friday, because we shortchanged you. We'll see what the schedule looks like. Tomorrow we have 2 games. Oilers, Canucks. But Friday we also have 2 games too. And by the way, back to back. Oh, no. Yeah. Okay, so Friday we might do a Friday one. So anyway, I'll let you guys know.
So, can you tell me something? What is Green done to get a coaching job like every time?
I'll tell you why he got it, dude. I'll tell you 100% why he got it. He's cost effective. They're going to pay him $1.5 million. They're still paying Dorian. They're still paying Smith. So I just think they're probably not trying to spend $10 million. And everything I'm hearing, Berube's going to go for $5 or $6 million a year, and rightfully so. I think Woodcroft would have been an inch. I'd like to see him get some looks.
Yeah, but I
look,
think
right now,
what
man, it
you-
looks like there are 4 teams fighting over Craig Berube, and Ottawa was one of them. And I think they quickly learned they were out. I think Buffalo, they made that decision early, probably thinking, because I think Berube would have been really good for Buffalo too. Like we keep talking, but I think Lindy Ruff is not a bad signing. But we'll see.
I agree. I mean, people are getting all concerned about Lindy Ruff. I think that's exactly what they need. Like he keeps all of his young players accountable the whole time, and there was no accountability last year or the year before. It appears that's what I've heard.
It just sounded like the players themselves wanted that. I mean, I think you're bang on, Pearlo. I think that's exactly what I've heard. I've heard the same thing, and it just feels like. By the way, this is NHL Nightly Playoff Edition. I'm your host, brought to you by Fans First Sports Network. We are live on Insta, Twitter. I guess we didn't go live on Insta right away, but we're live on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Thank you for joining us. Looks like we got a few in the YouTube and a few from the Twitter, so I appreciate you guys. If you're just joining us, 18 minutes to go in the first overtime. I might get a little bit of volume here so I can hear just a little bit. Damn, Trouba tried to kill Marty Natchez. Oh, my God. Dude, he left his feet. I'm kind of surprised that wasn't a penalty. They're calling everything in this, by the way. Tripping calls have been the soup of the day. Hey, Sutrek, thanks for SureTech J. Thanks for joining on Instagram. Appreciate you. Repping the Sharks jersey for all the Sharks fans out there. You got Macklin Celebrini, who by his coach's standard said he is Sidney Crosby / Jonathan Toews. If he's in between those two guys, they got themselves a hell of a player. They also have Will Smith from Boston College. So they've got who remembers the Columbus 5 overtime game? I remember that, SureTech Jay. That was a great game, man. I love those long games, bro. I love them. Oh, we got another goal in the Dallas game. It's 2-0 Dallas with 9:05 left to go in the first. Looks like your goal scorer is Wyatt Johnston. Big shocker. Bet Rico had a goal scoring prop on Wyatt Johnston. I'm just going to pop it up for you, Rico. And if you happen to be listening, I'm just going to give it to you because I know you bet money on that. So Dallas up 2-0 already early in that thing. I will update the score. Outstanding. So yep. So 16:22 left to go in the overtime. Carolina, New York. I can give you a little bit of play-by-play if you'd like, or we could just BS hockey. That's what we do best. Perlo, you had Dallas first period 1.5, right?
Yeah,
so you have hit that, buddy.
I got the full game and I got the over, so it's looking pretty good so far.
It's awesome. Yep, Rangers are taking the puck in. By the way, Alexei Lafreniere, two goals. Jake Gensel, 2 goals. Jake Gensel, I meant to write this down. Jake Gensel is only second behind who's the great Philadelphia Flyers guy from the 70s and 80s that scored a ton of goals.
What's that? Oh.
Tim Clark.
No, okay, just wait. What? Ask me again.
Who is the great? Jake Gensel tied Bobby Orr and one other great for most road games at MSG, and the only other guy to have more is Flyers great, and I cannot think of his name.
McLeish?
No, starts with a. I'll know. Tim Kerr. There we go.
Tim Kerr. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Tim Kerr. Tim Kerr had a ton of goals against the Rangers there, I guess. But Rick McLeish up there, that's a good one. Good get. Reggie Leach too, man. We forget about that guy.
Yeah. It's funny how you forget about a lot of those ex-Flyer guys.
They haven't been good in my lifetime, really. That's inaccurate. They've been to a Stanley Cup final.
Twice. But those Flyers teams didn't really have superstars like Clark, but they had a lot of guys that were like almost like Carolina that nobody will remember 10 years from now. McLeish, Kerr, guys like that don't come to your head.
Bill Barber.
They were Bill Barber. Like, they were great players, but they're not like.
Here's one for you. Since we were talking about the Ottawa Senators, how about Dave Poulin?
Oh, yeah, there's another good one.
Yeah, Dave Poulin. Yeah,
he's
assistant GM? Is he assistant GM with Ottawa?
I don't know, but he was a great radio guy. He was on the radio for a while, quite a while. He was very good. I love listening to him. Almost like Martin Biron, guys like that. Like, he was really good.
He played 13 years in the NHL, man. Flyers, Bruins, Washington.
And he pulled like a lot of 50 and 60-point seasons and stuff like that, and played a good two-way game. And that's a good one. Poulin was a very good player.
Yeah, so repping the Sharks jersey for the Sharks faithful. Congratulations, Sharks fans. You got Macklin Celebrini. Woo!
Did I mention this before? Who many of like scouts that I really respect are comparing Celebrini to? Did I mention that here?
No, you didn't.
Jonathan Toews.
Oh, you have. I'm sorry, you have. Did you not hear me say what Jay Pandolfo, his head coach, plus 9-year pro, Stanley Cup champion, wore the A for the Devils, said he thinks he's right there with Sidney Crosby in his offensive and defensive game. Sidney Crosby and Jonathan Toews. So if you get it in between Sidney Crosby and Jonathan Toews, you look. Oh my God, Rangers had a breakaway and did not score. Wow. What happened here? I don't know what's going on. Did they call offsides? Why'd they stop play? 14:45 to go in the overtime. Oh my God. This guy just skates down. No, he had a guy with him too, man. This is Jack Roslovic. Had a guy with him. He actually got a great shot on goal. Good save by Freddie Anderson. Forget how big Freddie Anderson is at times. Yeah, I bet Roslovic's wishing he had passed that one. It was a 2-on-1 breakaway. Right off the face-off. Right off the face-off there. Sorry, I did not see who shot that. I think it was Panarin, who I think I had. He's been really quiet in this game. I hadn't heard his game a ton. Correct me if I'm wrong, Rangers fans. I'm assuming most of you are not tuning into my show, even though I've got the jersey up. If you're Carolina and you lose this game, it's a lost opportunity. If you bet on the Rangers at plus 105 as a home dog there, you're probably pretty stoked. Did they get an icing here? Oh, icing, I guess. Icing at 14:09. Jack Drury doesn't like the call. I think the Rangers could have played it too. I don't know, man. I've really been kind of sick of Eric Furlat and Kelly Sutherland. Any of their games they do, it feels like, you better find out they're on the game because they're going to make sure they get seen about 6 or 7 times. And there's just some things like, if you call one guy for punching a guy in the face, but the other guy punches the other guy in the face, just call it coincidental minors. Like, it is what it is. But Carolina's got to get their composure here, man. Like, they can't be taking bad penalties. No penalty here. There's no penalty. Also, they're saying that Dallas, Colorado is on ESPN2. So if you're just joining us and you're trying to find the Colorado-Dallas game, which is 2-0 Dallas so far, ESPN2. So our friend Glassbanger, who was in the chat last night, wow. I feel like I'm also reacting to my wife yelling. she's back home and she's reacting to yelling. So 44 shots on goal for the Carolina Hurricanes. The Rangers crowd too, man. I don't care what anybody says. That crowd is a raucous crowd, man. The New Yorkers are used to everything being expensive, so they make that trip. So, oh yeah, the wife's in the chat. She's like Igor. So yeah, Shesterkin keeps it alive. Not a great scoring chance. I had Panarin on the Buccigross overtime challenge, and I picked Slavin. Thank you, 360 STS. I'm rocking it for the for all the Sharks faithful that have been suffering for the last 4 years, and now they're going to get a hell of a player, man. I got to witness in person this year at the Frozen Four. Would have been fun to see him in the championship game, but hats off to Denver, man. They're sick, and they just shut people down. So. Yep, you're the Sharks. You're the Sharks, brother. You're a Sharks fan. Yeah, you deserve it, man. You guys deserve it. It's going to be good too. And the kid kind of grew up in that area, man. His dad works for the Golden State Warriors, and he's cut. I don't know if you knew this, Pearlo. Celebrini's cousins with Steve Nash, the former NBA guy. And I guess because his dad works for the Warriors, and like they were doing a thing here, Draymond Green went to his games and stuff. He was just got to see a lot of pros like at that level, what the commitment level was to be that good, to be that great as an NBA guy. And you could say one thing about NBA guys, they're pretty good condition athletes. They run up and down the court for 40 minutes a night. So at least the starters do. And Golden State Warriors are kind of.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
So
didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
I think it's no accident that the kid is as good as he is. He's worked very hard. I think the same thing about Bedard too. You don't have to be from good stock, but that's what my argument about Ovechkin is, man. Like the guy I read, by the way, he's changing his off-season workout program, but his mother was a two-time gold medalist in basketball, and his father was a professional soccer player. And when you come from people that are super athletic, two athletic athletes, chances are they're going to have an athlete. They had a guy that's 6'3", 240, and that
Rangers just took a penalty in overtime.
Okay, you're a little bit ahead of me here, so don't spoil for the fans. Don't spoil for me. Yeah, no, you're fine. No, I appreciate it. I got 12:09. Where are you at? You're on the satellite, so you're going to be a little bit ahead of me. It was a trip. So 12:03. Yep, I see it. It was clear as day. Yeah, just don't. I don't mind you telling me. Just don't spoil the Jacob Trouba, man. He's taken 3 penalties in this game.
I'll wait a little. I'll wait a little bit longer before I tell you what's going to happen, so I don't spoil it for people.
Well, don't. If you spoil it, my wife's watching the show, so I really don't want you to spoil it for her.
I'm usually not ahead of people.
But you're on satellite though, correct?
Yeah.
So I'm not. I'm on Wi-Fi, so you're always going to be ahead of me. When I had satellite, I was a minute ahead of Hot Take Hockey and stuff like that. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she's muting us. She's muting us. So, So Carolina on the power play, they dump it around. Gensel chips it around to the back. Svechnikov gets it from by the net, sends it to Aho. Aho throws it back up the line to Gensel. Gensel to Burns. Burns chops it in the corner to Jarvis. Jarvis throws it around the boards to Sebastian Aho. Aho throws it back to Jarvis. Little give and go between Jarvis and Aho. Brett Burns at the point. Aho pass into the slot to Svechnikov. He fans on it. Burns gets it. Throws it back to Aho. Aho around the circle. Svechnikov throws it on net. It goes wide. I don't know if the goalie made a save there. Swung around the corner by Gensel. Retrieved by Aho. Aho threw it around. Gensel threw it back. Jarvis picks it up behind the net. Aho back to Burns. 1:04 left in the power play. Aho shoots. Shesterkin holds on. Shesterkin holds on. Still 2-0 in the Dallas game. 4:59 to go there. Catching us in, we're a little bit behind. Let me get the Instagram feed back up. I was trying to You want a goalie fight in the Carolina, the Rangers Kane series? Sure, Tech. Sure, buddy. Sure. Goalie fight. Sorry, I missed your comment. Hopefully, you're still with us. And we I don't know where we're at on Twitter. Let's see if hopefully we got some better numbers. The Ice Guys are live on their Betcast. Oh, I did talk to Alex today, and he said if Chicago won, would he come on? And he said, "Oh, in between." And I said, "No, not today, buddy. You don't have to come on today." But I didn't know they were doing streams during the game, so they got 281. They're killing it. Ice Guys, all the hard work Cameron and Alex have been doing. So,
Ian's a freaking workaholic, that dude. I don't even know how he sleeps.
Yeah, they do 7 days a week. That's insanity. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, well, actually, Alex isn't even doing that. Ian is the guy. He's like,
Ian Cameron doesn't touch
that guy never sleeps. I have no idea how he does what he does.
Well, he's probably not married, and I'm guessing he doesn't have children.
No, he has no children, no pets, no nothing, nobody, nothing.
Yeah, well, that helps. That helps.
No girlfriend on purpose, because he's married to copying.
Looks like the Rangers have killed this Carolina power play. Carolina still controls. Got to give Carolina credit. They dominated the zone. They were in the zone quite a bit. They were putting pressure on the Rangers. They got one good scoring. Here's Jarvis still taking it in. Oh, what a blast. Oh, man, if that rebound pops out on Netch's stick, it's over. But Carolina's dog, they're going to have to change. Oh, but Trocheck. Oh, man, Trocheck had a good. Oh, my God. Whoa. Carolina has had 100 shot attempts in this game, Pearlo.
Yeah, that's the way they always do. They never score, but they got attempts going for days.
By the way, Dallas on the power play, 135 in the to go in the power play. Oh, I think they're going to go 5-on-3. There may be a 5-on-3 here. It looks like Dallas may go 5-on-3.
Oh, nice.
I think Jason Robertson just got elbowed behind the head there, and I don't know. We'll see what's happening. But they blew the play dead, so I don't know what's going on. Oh, my God.
Oh, it's high sticking. Colton high sticked.
Yeah, okay, yeah, he hit him. There was no question. It was a penalty. I was just 5-on-3. You don't see 5-on-3 in the playoffs very often, but it was earned. Bednar does not look happy, but he's a class coach. He's just taking it. Wyatt Johnson card prices soaring during the playoff run, says the Hockey News. 9:36 left to go in the overtime. For those of us joining, thank you so much. 3-3 Carolina Rangers. It's really been mostly Carolina in this overtime, I feel like. And on the other side, we've got Dallas with a 5-on-3. Pretty pivotal. Colorado probably needs to stop them here. I'm not saying they can't overcome a 3-goal deficit, but pretty crazy. I'm still at a break or a pause in the game. So Dallas is threatening here. They're putting all kinds of pressure on. Boy, if Rupe Hentz finds his game too, man, watch out, because he really didn't do much in that first series. And I like Dallas 360 STS. I had them in the finals. So against the Rangers, in fact. So our Panthers. I don't know. I thought I had Panthers. I have Rangers. I don't know. One of those two. Panthers or Rangers. I can't remember. So yeah, they're just doing a little highlight package. Still 54 seconds left in the 2-man for Dallas, Colorado. Nothing happening in the Rangers game yet. They're about to drop the puck. 9:36 left in the OT.
Dallas scores.
Oh my dear Lord.
Boom.
Did they score before the first penalty expired too?
Yeah. I don't know. It was Jamie Benn. Finally, Jamie Benn comes up and does something.
Oh, right there. Him and Wyatt Johnson crash in the net there. Yeah, Jamie Benn pots it. Yep, you're a little bit ahead of me. New York threatening. Lafreniere, by the way, with the puck in the zone, 2 goals tonight. He slings it around to Panarin. Panarin takes a big hit in the corner. Did not see who threw it. I think Jordan Stahl or Slavin. Oh, that's going to be a trip.
By the way, talking about Jordan Stahl, I'm freaking loving the fact that he got some freaking props.
Selke love.
He deserves it this year. This has been his best defensive year of his career at his age. It's been he has been
he's like 30. I was kind of surprised Crosby didn't get any love.
Jordan Stahl's better defensively than Crosby. I would take. I would actually. I hope he's not going to win it. Barkov's going to win it, but it's nice that he got some respect.
What about Austin Matthews? We didn't really go
considering he scored 60-some goals or whatever. 69 goals. He's an average defensive player, or above average, and he scored 69 goals. You got to give that some credit. Like, he's not as good as McDavid defensively, but
Roslovic with a really good shot.
It's still a really good.
Well, why wasn't McDavid a finalist then?
Because nobody wants to say that he's a Selke guy. It's his first year where he was almost elite defensively. He's usually below that.
I think the Hart finalists. The Hart finalists were announced, by the way.
Yeah.
Kucherov, McKinnon, and McDavid are the 3 finalists.
I believe Cooch should have been it, but it's going to be.
No, he's part of the final, so he could still win it.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to. I don't think so.
You think it's going to be McKinnon?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I think Cooch should get it, but it's probably going to be McKinnon.
Oh my God! What a attempt there by Mika Zibanejad. He almost scores. Mika almost scores.
This is quite the game right here. Wow, man. What a game.
Yeah, Mika almost scores. Did Dallas score? I don't think that was Jamie Benn's goal. I actually think that was Heiskanen from the point there, and it just trickled in. Let me see what NHL.com is saying the game is, because I don't think that belonged to Jamie Benn. Yeah, they say Jamie Benn so far. I thought it was Miro Heiskanen or Robertson there. We'll see. That might get changed. I don't know. I'll have to watch a replay again. They went to commercial, so.
Yeah, I made the mistake in the Florida game because Paul Maurice usually has his guys all dialed in even after a long layoff. But you know that when they say
Boston's coming off a real emotional 2 years where they were about to choke 2 3-1 series leads in a row. I was not surprised to see, but I still think Florida wins this series, man. I'm not trying to shit on
Florida wins the next game for sure.
Well, they have to win next game. It's not a must win, but it's probably a pretty important game. You don't want to be like Dallas having to come back from an 0-2 deficit. And it's not the Capitals did it in their cup run against Columbus. They were down 0-2 and then they won in 6. But, Florida knows they came to play, and Swayman is the difference, really, man. I still think Florida played the better of the game for two of the 2.5 periods. I thought Florida was a better team. I thought the goals the Boston got were extremely lucky from defensemen going Bardowski on a goalie that's played extremely well. So it's going to be interesting. We won't hang out for the whole games, obviously, but I did have a bunch of stuff to talk about, but it's kind of moot with the overtime. I don't really want to go over anything. We're going to shout out Hot Take Hockey did a top 10 draft projections, and also Stephen Ellis, who I think is one of the best prospect guys out there for Daily Faceoff. That guy watches more hockey than me, Pearlo and Rico combined, but it's all minor stuff. He covers all the prospects, and he goes overseas and he covers all that stuff. So he's an outstanding man. If you're not followed Stephen Ellis from Daily Faceoff and you're into that stuff, that guy might be the best scouting writer out there right now, man. Really good stuff. So shout that out if you're interested in any of the draft lottery stuff. Yeah, I think Perlo will hang out for because I didn't bring any water and I can't do an hour without drinking water, and I don't want to get up and leave you on the show by yourself. If Rico was here and you could throw shit back up against the wall with him, sure, but I don't want to do that to you. So 1:30 left in the Dallas, Colorado. That's 3-0. I got to update the score there. We're probably going to be for U.S. viewers, that's on ESPN2 and ESPNU. So if you're missing that, I'm going to update it. The score here. Dallas is coming out dominant. Hey, Dallas was a much better team than Colorado this year too, so I would not be surprised if they won this series. But I'm not counting out Colorado. 6:44 left to go in the overtime with the Rangers and oh man, he didn't keep it in, I don't think. Chipped out by, it's going to be an icing. 6:32 left. The Rangers will have an ozone face-off. I don't know how long the shift has been on there, but it's Drury, that line for Carolina. So let me go back to the Instagram feed if I missed anybody. Sorry. I know. All right. And we have 17 in the chat, man. We're not competing with Jesse Blake, who has 13,000 people.
Yeah, it's kind of hard as you're trying to. Well, we're just building up right now. And
yeah, we just started.
Every freaking YouTuber in the land is watching this. So there's a lot.
Poor John Duncan was streaming this game. Off the Wall was streaming this game, and he was like, I don't want to go to overtime. I got to work with. It's going to be a double, triple overtime now.
I think so. I think this could be a really long one. Yeah.
This is an important game, man. I think it's an important game for the Rangers too, man. Like I think they got badly outplayed the second half of game one, and I think they've gotten outplayed in most of this game. They've just been.
But the problem is Carolina does this all the time, man. They outplay you, but they can't freaking score. Hey,
by the way, no Kuznetsov in the game today. Scratched for Maxime Comtois, who spent most of the. I wanted to talk a little bit about. He spent most of the season in the AHL.
That's not.
Yeah, no Kuz. I guess he only played 3 minutes in the last game. He took a bad penalty, which the Rangers scored.
Kind of makes you wonder where Kuzi's at, man. Like freaking, I hope the dude's okay. Like, yeah, he's a great dude, but oh man.
Yeah. That was kind of sneaky. Didn't get a lot of play, and then they were talking about it at the beginning here. Wow, Dallas still on a power play, and that's going to carry over to the second 3-0. I have the score there. We'll hang out for you guys with the next 5:33, and then we'll be back Thursday. I can't come tomorrow, guys. I got some late appointments, and I got some work.
I'll come on tomorrow on the channel.
I'll set up the stream if you want to run it. Okay, I'll just create the stream.
Yeah, I want to do it tomorrow. Those games are going to be cool, so I'll be on that for sure.
All right, sounds good. I may pop in and join. I'll create the link and send it to you and Enrico, and I'll create it. So they were reviewing that to see if Dallas had scored a fourth goal. If you're Dallas, you got to feel pretty darn good being up 3-0 in the first.
Yeah.
And if you're the Carolina staffers and the New York Rangers, you're running out of the building right now to get bananas and shit for your guys. Bananas and maybe some pizza, because this looks like it has the makings of a long overtime. So
it does, yeah.
Yeah.
This looks like a couple overtimes here. Yeah.
Yeah. So tomorrow, let's real quick. We'll just, since we got the time.
Okay, let's go over those games.
Yeah. So tomorrow we've got Bruins Panthers game 2, 7:30 start time. So that's going to start a little later, 7:30 Eastern. Bruins are still a dog, plus 145. I don't have under, so if you want to look at that, who do you like in that one? I don't know how you go any way other than Panthers. I don't
it's
see
true,
that.
but it's true, but plus 145 is a little disrespectful.
5.5 is the over.
Yeah. I think I like the. I mean, you know what has me not letting it get up above my. It's Swayman.
Yeah, but they went the over. They were over 6 yesterday because Boston scored 5 goals.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, as far as I agree with you with Florida, they should definitely take that. But Swayman is playing like Price like hockey or goaltending right now. That's the thing that has me hesitant right now. He's playing in freaking insane. But when Florida goes balls out, they're going to get like 40 to 45 shots.
Stanley Cup final and loses. I could see Swayman getting the Conn Smythe.
Yeah.
John Sebastian Pierre.
Yeah, the way he's playing right now, yeah. But I mean,
Notorious TBG says Demidov is going to love playing with Bedard. Yeah, dude, you can't feel bad. The Cox got the second pick. There's still some great players there. You just got to pick. I'm hearing the wife scream.
Yeah, Demidov is a great player to put on that side for sure. He's kind of like, well, anyways, I'll stick to my game. Florida's going to get 45 shots tomorrow. I believe, no doubt about it. They're like after losing to Boston like that, and obviously not being ready for that game, they're going to be ready for this one. So, man, I got to go Florida. I don't like him in regulation. You know what I'll do? I'll go Florida first period puck line. I think they win the first period for sure, and then Boston gets their legs about him, and maybe it goes different. And that'll give you about plus.
Well, I mean, remember Florida scored the first goal in the game yesterday too, Matthew Tkachuk. It was 1-0. So that I mean, again, I still think Florida carried a lot of the play. If you're Florida, you gotta love a lot about your game. You just
you got Swayman. Swayman is freaking unreal right now. So,
Notorious TBG in the chat says he'd love to hear your comp to Demidov. He's a unique talent.
Yeah, the comparison to Demidov, he's a lot like Caulfield. Somebody like that. Yeah, he's got a great shot, maybe more of a passer than Caulfield is. Give me a little bit of time. Keep on watching the show. I'll give you a better comparison than that.
Notorious TBG. I am not a Sharks fan. I'm just repping the jersey for the Sharks Nation on getting Macklin Celebrini. I'm just a costume today, my man. I wear different jerseys for the show because we do the whole entire NHL. So I appreciate it, though. We talked about it earlier. So I just wanted to bring up Demidov real quick from Elite Prospects. I don't need the NHL quiz. My God.
He's a better passer than Caulfield, though.
So he's 5'11", 168 pounds. His last season with this year with SKA St. Petersburg, he has 30 games played. In 30 games played, he has 60 points, 23 goals, 37 assists. He's up 20 penalty minutes. Oh, I'm sorry. He had the playoffs already too. So he had in 17 games played, he had 11 goals, 17 assists for 28 points, 37 PIMs. Wow. Yeah.
He's pretty. He's pretty elite. Like he's.
They call him. So he shoots left. They say he plays right wing and center. So.
Okay, actually, I'll tell you what I like. I think he's like his top end, his high end, Panarin.
Okay.
He could be.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, that seems like a fair comparison.
He could be Panarin.
So ranked number 2 by consolidated ranking, ranked number 2 by Elite Prospects, ranked number 2 by TSN Craig Button, ranked number 2 by THN Ferrari. That's the hockey news, I'm assuming. Ranked number 3 by the hockey news, Kennedy. Ranked number 3 by McKean's Hockey. Ranked number 5 by Flow Hockey, Chris Peters. Ranked number 2 by FC Hockey. Ranked number 2 by Daily Faceoff. So Stephen Ellis has him number 2. And then I'll stop. There's a bunch of Sportsnet. Sam Constantino has him at 3. So either way,
this is low end, I believe. Like, this is what makes him so great, because I think the lowest he would be, and this is a great player, would be Zuccarello. So you got like between Zuccarello and Panarin, somewhere around there. Like, I think his bottom, there's no bottom with this dude. He's going to be successful. He's fantastic. Like, he's very good. So if you got a Zuccarello, you're still fucking pretty happy, right? So yeah, he's a great pick. He's fantastic. Yeah. His ceiling
played in the Helenka Gretzky Cup, 5 games played, had 2 goals, 3 assists. I guess that's the only thing the Russians are playing in right now. But our friend Notorious TBG in the chat said, "Ooh, Breadman, thank you." So yeah, we got a lot of people in the chat. 144 left, by the way, at the overtime here. Carolina pressuring again. Ooh, Jake Gensel with the puck. Ooh, he kind of wasted that opportunity. Rangers are going to break it out of the zone and then chunk it down. Oh, he won't. I don't know if he won't be coming over for 3 years. I don't think his situation is the same as Mishkov.
I don't think he has a contract right now in the NHL.
Oh, he has a contract. He has a contract for next year, 24-25. It says, okay. So he would not come over for next season, but that's not bad because most of the guys, and by the way, this kid's 18. So, my God. Zibanejad with less than a minute had a really good chance. Then a little feed from Kreider. Rangers are buzzing a little bit. Honestly, though, every time I look up, Carolina's got it in their zone. And they just aren't going to play bad defensively. I wonder. Jordan Stahl gets it out, chips it up to Natchez. Natchez dumps it with Svechnikov ladling it in 37 seconds. I think we're going to see double overtime, guy.
51 shots for the Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah. I wonder if they're at 125 shot attempts now.
I don't know.
Goudreau may have taken a penalty. What's happening? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't see that.
I don't know what he's complaining about.
I'm ahead of you, and I don't see any penalty right now. So.
Yeah, they didn't call a penalty. Yep, that's the other reason I want to end the show, because by the way, Lafreniere with the 2 goals tonight, 28 games he hadn't scored in the playoffs, and he got 2 tonight. So 19 seconds to go. Where are you at?
That was his first goal. I'm at 19 too. That was his first goal in the playoffs and in his career?
No, he hadn't scored in 28 games.
Oh, okay.
I think he scored before. So they're going to have a face-off here with 19.4 seconds left to go, and this is how we'll finish the show tonight, guys. The Carolina Hurricanes and the New York Rangers. I guess we could talk about the Oilers and Canucks too, probably, huh? To finish the show.
Yeah, we can finish off with that.
Yeah, Carolina wins a draw, and then there's a board battle. They chip it around. Going to be very hard for this to end. It looks like the Rangers get in the neutral zone, throws it to Panarin. No time left. We're going to double overtime. Nice. Everybody in New York's rescheduling the game now. Rescheduling. Okay. This series looks like it's already going to go game 7, very back and forth. Yep, going into double overtime. Okay. We appreciate y'all you bearing with us. Canucks, Oilers. Oilers are Canucks are a plus 110 home dog.
For tomorrow's game?
I like the Canucks, man. I think everybody is getting on the Canucks. And I know Pettersson hasn't played well, but the Canucks have owned Edmonton, and I know regular season, schmegular season, and this is a different Edmonton team. Henrique's injured, one of their good ads. I think Edmonton, other than their top 2D, can get exposed. I think I like the Canucks depth scoring. I'm taking the Canucks all day here, man. I think people are sleeping on them. That crowd is going to be buzzing. The Oilers have been sitting for a while, and I don't think it benefits you. Now the Canucks got a little bit of a break too, and also this Seeloff's kid is the real deal. Yep, Notorious TBG says Carolina has 51 shots. As Harry Carey would say, "Holy cow! If the moon were made of cheese, I'd eat it and polish off with all blue Budweiser." That's my Harry Carey.
That was really good, actually.
Really not good.
It's pretty good. It's good enough. Yeah. It's funny.
So, all right, who do you got? Oilers, Canucks. Who do you like?
Tomorrow I do like Vancouver tomorrow. In fact, I have a bet on Vancouver to win the first game of the series and the Oilers to win the series at plus 140 for the same reasons that you just said. I think the Oilers haven't really ever been very good off a rest, so we'll see. I could be wrong tomorrow, but I got a better feeling about Tocchet having Vancouver ready than Knobloch having the Oilers ready, to tell you the honest truth.
I just think Tocchet's going to win the Jack Adams this year, and he deserves it. That team did not make the playoffs last year. They really did not make too many changes until they added Zadorov and Lindholm, and I'll tell you what, I think they probably didn't even need those guys because they were. I think if Soucy wasn't injured this year, I think they would have been, So and again, Quinn Hughes is going to win the Norris, and I think he deserves it. And I think people just are underrating how good a player that guy is. And if you say they don't have big banging defensemen, you haven't seen Soucy or Zadorov on the ice. And they got Myers too. So their bottom 6 is great, or their bottom 4 defensive pairs is great. Their top with Hronek and Hughes is good too. So I just think that Edmonton, everybody's been handing them the cup, and they were not good early for a reason. I think there's still a lot of that on that team. Now we'll see. They've played exceptionally well. They're the best team in the NHL since Knobloch got hired.
Yeah.
But I also
in the regular
two back-to-backs the entire year, and they had one of the weakest schedules in the NHL. And this isn't what I thought of Vegas last year. I don't see Stanley Cup champion there. I understand they have McDavid and Draisaitl, but I just don't see it this year. Maybe next year.
Yeah, I don't think they're beating Colorado, and I don't think they're beating Dallas. But I think they probably beat Vancouver, but I'm not totally confident in that. I could see Vancouver winning this series for sure. No doubt about that. And you brought up a really good point. This Shelov's kid, he freaking looks amazing.
You said Carey Price yesterday on the show. I didn't even want to give him shit about it.
Yeah, he looks freaking amazing.
I'm like, man, he's been really good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying he's Carey Price, but he's looking like that. Dude,
I'm telling you,
Swayman and Shelov's right now are the best goaltenders in the league from my eye test. Anyways, I don't know. They look freaking amazing.
Swayman and who? Sorry,
Swayman and Shelov's. From my eye test now at this point. Sure. I'm not saying that I can.
Well, Otter's been real good. Otter's been real good too.
Otter's been good, but I mean, the Shelovs and Swayman have that kind of aura about them where it almost they've got that aura.
Well, up until this game, too, Shesterkin's been pretty good.
And Shesterkin's good too, but there's something about Shelovs. They're big guys that can move. They're in position every single time right now.
Yeah,
they got the aura that can get into the other team's head.
Like Aiden Hill played last year, right?
Yeah, sort of the same thing. They can get into your head playing like that if they can do it consistently. So it's. Yeah, I mean, I have the Oilers to win it, but honestly, I'm not all that confident. I had Vancouver to win the last series, and that was because of you, to tell you the honest truth. You were the one that said people are sleeping on Vancouver. So I went into analytics from whatever and did whatever I do. Don't want to bore you with all that bullshit. And I was like, you know what? You're right. Vancouver's not getting enough credit.
I think too, Perlo, you and I have an exceptional ability to watch the West Coast games because we live over here, and everybody on the East Coast turns their TV off and they don't watch the second half, or they'll watch it in the morning and they'll be in a rush and they'll be doing other things. So I think even people that work in the media aren't watching a lot of these. This is what happened with Vegas last year. I thought Vegas was winning it from the jump. You remember this? And I'd seen them play, and I'm like, they just look dominant. They look dominant. I saw him play Toronto, and Toronto was not, and that was Austin Matthews looked bad, and he was not healthy. This was last year. He only scored 44 goals or something. So, but he was not healthy to start the year, and I had him on my fantasy team and traded him to HTH, and didn't regret it because I was like, something's not right with him, But this year would have been a good year to have Austin Matthews on your fantasy team. So, I don't know, man. Like, I think I've watched a lot of Vancouver, and they've got guys like JT Miller who can shut you down defensively. I like if Pettersson isn't scoring, as long as he's playing good defense, like he can play, he could neutralize Draisaitl. I just think right there, that's Edmonton. If you could stop Hyman from getting into the paint, which their big bodies should be able to do by cross-checking the shit out of them, and if that Seeloff's kid I trust him more than I trust Skinner. So anyway, we got about 7:30 before the overtime comes back, but we're not going to be here. Find a great stream off the wall. The Ice guys, bunch of guys streaming. We'll be back tomorrow. Perlo will host a show. I don't know if you're going to be solo, Perlo. Maybe you can. If you have anybody on, just DM their Twitter the link. Okay, don't send the link in the chat. Let's.
No, I won't do that. I won't do that.
Yeah, we'll just keep from doing that. I think we're all in the clear now, and we've gotten rid of the bots and stuff. So, but we're getting some good numbers, man, and we really appreciate everybody coming out.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, man. Congrats again to Sharks fans. I hope we get triple overtime, baby. And then Dallas and Colorado are underway, second period right away. That's still 3-0 Dallas. So appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And tune in tomorrow, Perlo Wisdom special edition of playoffs. And we'll see you later.
See you later, everybody.